Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We dollar cost every day $1,000. And today we're starting Bitcoin, but I haven't connected my address to the dashboard, so we can't actually check it up today, but I'll actually do it later on today and do another stream. But the big news today is the Fed's announcement, and the decision is not to do anything until March. Which is pretty dovish news, if you ask me, right? This is pretty much exactly what we wanted. But what we'll see is the markets aren't responding, right? Like, this is the latest, this is on the daily, and as you can see, things are not looking great. Like, this is probably exactly what we all wanted, right? I mean, maybe not me. I really wanted some downside, but sorry about all these scribbles. But we haven't seen anything really come up here, right? It's just been it's been kind of flatlining. And if we go to the 4-hour chart, let's see what we're going down. We're at 36.9. Our high today was about 38, almost 39. So it's pretty unusual. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but this might be manipulation. This might be a fake out. Though, as you know already, I feel like this entire thing is a fake out. And we're going to hit this blue line here, this trend line, and then just come right back down, is my feeling, my gut feeling. But this is a gut feeling. And of course, we can't make money off of gut feelings, at least not for me, which is why we're going to keep dollar costing in. I'm really not sure. Like, if we look at, by the way, if we look at the U.S. dollar, we're spiking. So and we know the inverse correlation between the U.S. dollar and BTC. That's never a good sign for BTC. What I really want to see is us, and we've talked about this before. I want to see us go down to 25K, right? I want to see us go down to 25K. 25K would be my target, and the reason it would be my target is we need to have some solid downturn to be able to spike up, right? If we don't have this. If we don't have a solid downturn, we will have a hard time spiking up. We will maybe lever up, like a slow grind up, which is not, I don't think anybody wants to really see that. That being said, we have a long time between now and our predicted top, maybe end of 2022, early 2023, so we have some time. But time will tell, I suppose. Let's see what market looks like tomorrow. I suspect tomorrow will be an update, and my suspicion is this is like a temporary downturn. It's pretty interesting. It could also be that we don't have clear direction, right? The Fed didn't give us clear direction on what they're going to do. I listened to the whole thing, and look at this. Tesla beats on earnings and revenue. So the supply chain issues were the main limiting factor. That's hilarious. And Microsoft yesterday did really good. Tomorrow's Apple. And you bet Apple's done great, right? It was the Christmas season. I'd be surprised if Apple didn't perform well. So we're generally getting pretty bullish news. It's this Fed news that was kind of dampening things. And I think it's just going to continue this way. There may be some, and I think in the next couple days, we're going to see some information about why we're feeling this way. But I like to think about the public markets kind of like a barometer on human psychology, which is really what it is. These markets, to an extent as well, because there are bots in here playing around and hedge funds messing with us. And another way of thinking about it is it's playing soccer, but you're playing soccer against some like professionals, right? And so you don't know what's actually happening. Like, these professionals are like doing some wild move with their feet. And here I am, and you and I mean, you might be a professional. I have no idea. I'm certainly not. And we're just watching the ball, get bounced up and down. We're like, what is going on? Like, how is this possible? Like, can you imagine from down here, like right here to, like, like going down here and then watching this all happen, and you're just like, what is happening to go up to here? But like, this might be a huge like manipulation, even from here down, right? Like this entire trend line might be a manipulation. Like, I'm assuming that once we touch this trend line again, maybe it's a wick that we come back down, but this might be part of the manipulation, right? Touch the trend line and come down. But this time we don't actually come down. We touch the trend line, break through. Like, who knows? Go up to 50K and then we come down, right? Like, boom, 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 touch it. boom, up to like 60K and then come back down. Who knows? Who knows? It's like we just don't know. And the reason I say this is because these like giant hedge funds are just like, let's play around with these kiddos, like trying to YOLO their life savings or whatever, the proverbial family farm into something that they don't understand, right? It's so legitimate. It's so true that we understand, like, the amount of knowledge we actually have on the subject is actually quite limited, right? And it's absurd that we actually play these markets. But seeing that there's a downtrend it gives me some hope that we are actually going down to more affordable levels, like a 30K at the least, and at 25K ideally. I'd love to say that we're going down to 20K, but that's a lot of hope. That's a lot of hopium, as the crypto YouTubers like to say. But let us see. I mean, just looking at this thing, it doesn't look like we're going to spike up. But who knows, right? It didn't look like that over here. Like, we're going up and up, and you'd think we're going to keep going up, but we don't know. Aside from that, the Fed decision came out. I don't really have much else to say on this, except that, you know, we had some, I think, positive news. But it doesn't seem like the market's reacting in that way. Also, I know this is a bit of a tangent, but it's great to see, and it's kind of like take back power from the government. Maybe it's a power to the people kind of vibe. The Fed announces they're going to do something, and then we get together and we pull our money out of the market, and the Fed changes its tune. Right? It goes from, yes, we're going to, you know, bring the markets down. And the Fed, like, puts their hands up like, no, we're not. We're not going to raise rates. We're too nervous. You know, like, we don't think right now is the right time. It's great. Like, it's literally power to the people. If we kept doing that, we would, we'd essentially hold the market back, right? Or we'd hold, you know, these things going up. But if the interest rate continues to stay high, it's not very good for low income earners, right? Like the price of celery is going up. The price of meat spiked. And these kind of things are really difficult on low income earners. So it's important that we do bring inflation rates down and bring the interest rate up to allow for inflation to reduce. That being said, we don't have double digit interest rates right now, inflation rates right now, right? I think we're at 7% right now. So maybe it's not enough. But these are my thoughts for today. I think you want to watch the market. I still believe this blue line is going to hold. Who knows if this is a hedge fund or massive whales, essentially, you know, manipulating this for us. But let us wait and see. I'll hold this trend line until it's invalidated, kind of like how this bull market support band was invalidated, right here. Like, I didn't expect this bar to come down, but it did. But let us watch and see. Aside from that, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys this evening with a Bitcoin update and dollar cost average.